When it came to the Boston Celtics this season, I thought I had nothing to worry about because we were going to get Kyrie back, Gordon Hayward was coming back. It just felt like it was going to be the time of the Boston Celtics where we had our starting five, like I said, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Morris, Marcus Smart. All these players that are on this Boston Celtics roster all going to coincide together in order to win an NBA championship. And even I said it myself in this kind of what I would deem as a oven-baked process. I said that this was the only team, in my opinion, that could potentially beat the Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series to determine who's going to win the NBA championship. But nevertheless, it looks like I'm wrong. And it sucks to say that because as a Boston Celtics fan watching them grow throughout the whole Eastern Conference Finals last season where they almost beat LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, it just felt that it was going to be a lot better and I thought it was going to be a lot different, but it ended up not being that case at all. It ended up being worse. And I know, like, if for hindsight is 2020, if you would have told me that I was going to get Gordon Hayward back and I was going to get Kyrie Irving back, I would have said this team honestly should be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But unfortunately, that just didn't happen because the roles and Kyrie Irving wanting to be a leader and not being sure of himself has led to what we have here now in the Boston Celtics, and especially in the last 2 games, Kyrie Irving has just not played very well. When we look at Kyrie Irving's stats, 7 for 22, 1 of 7 for 3-point land, 8 for 9 for the free throw line, that's good, 23 points, but a -6. And the thing that also kind of irks me about it is the fact that 7 for 22 is just not going to cut it. And he's been, he's kind of been all right this playoff series, but you faced the Indiana team without Victor Oladipo, so you're not really going to have that much trouble. But the thing that really caught my eye, of course, is the last 2 games, especially at home for the Boston Celtics, and even the game 2 in Milwaukee. I just haven't felt that this is the same Boston Celtics team since the game 1. And it's kind of crazy to see that the switch, you talk about the proverbial switch, right? The one that's like, can this team flip the switch to make sure that they can get into playoff mode? We talk about it with the Golden State Warriors. We talk about it with the Patriots even. But nevertheless, I don't know what to expect from the Boston Celtics anymore. I don't know what I'm going to get from these guys. Am I going to get the Boston Celtics where they were in game 1? Or am I going to get the Boston Celtics in the Indiana series? I'm not getting that at all. And the disappointing part of this whole thing is the fact that when we really look back in hindsight at that 2020 trade for Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving, did the Boston Celtics really win that trade? That's something that you have to ask yourself now, because when we really look at everything that we see now and what's transpiring and where Kyrie Irving can potentially go, did that mean that the Boston Celtics won the trade? I mean, obviously, you had to give up some stuff. You gave up a first-round pick. You gave up Zizic. You gave up Jay Crowder. You gave up some other things as well to bring in Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving just isn't doing what he needs to do for the Boston Celtics, and I just don't know if he's really a Boston guy. And I think that Danny Ainge, and if he was able to make a move this season, I think he would have made it, but unfortunately, due to the Derrick Rose rule, he could not make a move at all, because if I was him, I would have already tried Anthony Davis on my team, or I would have had another superstar on my team. But unfortunately, like I said, the Derrick Rose rule is something that came into effect, and it's something that's really affected the Boston Celtics and how they move going further. And the thing that really sucks about this whole thing is that, just like the Lakers, it feels like the Boston Celtics should have just built through the youth. You should have just said, you know what, we're going to rely on the growth of Jason Tatum. We're going to rely on the growth of Jaylen Brown. We're going to see this oven-baked process. We're going to wait just a little bit longer to make sure that LeBron James is out of the East and making sure that he's not a threat. And, the Golden State Warriors get a little older, so that means that we can take advantage. The thing that they didn't do, though, is that they decided, we're going to go half-baked. We're going to go, half of it, we're going to go full out for the NBA championship, and half of it's like, we're going to take our time with it. And unfortunately, another question that we have to ask as well is the Gordon Hayward contract, the Gordon Hayward play. For a guy that we're paying max money for, a guy that's gone 1 of 5 and 0 from 2 from the 3-point land, but 1 of 5, you're getting paid an absurd amount. I'm not, this isn't me trying to bash him for how much money he makes. This is more of, he's our superstar player. You would think that a superstar player would get more than 5 shots. And that's the disappointing thing of it all. And, we can talk about Kyrie all day, about him going to New York, going to the Nets, whatever team he wants to go to, that's fine. I know that he's going to leave anyway, and I think it's going to be better for both parties, for both the Boston Celtics and Kyrie to leave. But the person that we're going to be sticking around with the most, of course, is Gordon Hayward. And when you pay a guy that much, the unfortunate thing is that now you're going to have to deal with what's going on with him. Because, like I said, 5 shots is not enough for a superstar max player. For a guy that had a good career in Utah, for a guy that was growing up and developing, 5 shots for a superstar. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. Jason Tatum's getting 14 shots. Al Horford's getting 16. Kyrie 22 and Jaylen Brown 11. If you're not getting more shots than Jaylen Brown or Marcus Morris, there's an issue there, especially as the guy that makes the max money. Because you should be demanding the ball. I understand that you're coming back from injury, but the injury is over. The grace period for feeling sorry for Gordon Hayward or, saying, well, he got injured for Gordon Hayward is over. It's completely over because now we should be focusing on how the Boston Celtics are going to win 3 straight games against the Milwaukee Bucks, or even better. What is the Boston Celtics going to do this offseason to make sure that this team performs better? I know that Danny Ainge had a heart attack, but what are the other guys in the front office going to do for the Boston Celtics? Because I need answers. The Boston Celtics fans need answers because we're tired of this process taking forever. I want to win a championship again. I want to feel the 2008 when Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce teamed up together to win a championship. I want to feel that moment again, and I think that we could have felt that moment if the right circumstances happened. Of course, you know that the Gordon Hayward injury didn't happen, if Kyrie didn't get hurt, but the bigger thing to me is ruining the development of guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And the fact that no one really knows their role on the team so far, even throughout the playoffs that we're at right now, at this moment, Game 5 of the NBA playoffs, we don't know what our role is. You've got to be kidding me. Like I said, as a Boston Celtics fan, it's frustrating, it's disappointing, and the worst part of it is now people are going to be starting to question the Gordon Hayward contract, just like I am right now. Because to me, like I said, one, he's your superstar player. 2, he's max money. And the fact that he's only taking 5 shots, that's got to tell you something is wrong. That's got to tell you that they don't trust Gordon Hayward. That's got to tell you that Gordon Hayward is just a liability out there and that he doesn't help it at all, especially with the fact that for a guy that also plays 27 minutes, I don't get it. Terry Rozier gets 5 shots. Marcus Smart gets, 7 shots. I mean, obviously all of them are 3-pointers, it looks like, for this game 4. I don't know what else to say about the Boston Celtics other than, of course, it's over. The Celtics, they're not going to get to the Eastern Conference Final, and that's the disappointing thing of it all, because I think that the Boston Celtics could have done it, especially with this young roster. I still believe in Jason Tatum can grow and be that player. I just think that this year was a sophomore slump like most sophomores have. There's some guys that don't. It's kind of, first year you might be bad, second year you're going to be good, first year you're good, second year you're going to be bad. It's just going to be an interesting, like I said, situation for the Boston Celtics, what they do here in free agency. But I want to ask you guys, and also Boston Celtics fans, are you guys as disappointed as I am with the Boston Celtics? What were your guys' expectations of Boston, and what do you think that Boston can do next season to make sure that they get to the Eastern Conference Finals? I'd love to know your comments and opinions in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Also remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our NBA content. Like I said, talking about stuff like the Boston Celtics, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and other stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.